I'm 23, struggling from recovering with alcohol, and my mom thinks I am a loser. So guys, 2 years back, I was working in a wine shop as a messenger. And at that time, I was just really young and I was earning some decent amount of money after every month. I worked there for almost an year. So it went like this. After just 3 weeks in, I started getting curious. Then the next thing I did, I started sipping the wine. Every time we had some tasting with those wine sellers who came to the wine shop every Fridays, we were given tasting every time. So it went like that, like a joke. Within no time, I realized that I'm now an addicted girl with alcohol. Alcohol has really, really messed up my life. So recently, I decided to wait. The reason why I'm posting this video is to tell you guys that alcohol has really messed up my life. The past 1 week, I decided to go and sip some alcohol with some with some with some friends out there. Man, when I think about it, I just feel like, yo, I really fucked up, but I forgive myself, guys. Everyone fucks up in life at some point. So it went like this. After doing that, I came back with my motorbike. I normally drive myself. So the funny thing is, I'm even shocked how I even drove my motorbike while I was drunk. Then, what I remember is when I reached at my home place, just at the gate, I parked the bike. I locked the control. The thing is, when my brother came, he found me stranded there, and I was giving out a few signs to the people who were passing along that road. And my brother told me, the funny thing is that I went to my brother's workplace where he normally records videos and edits them and posts them for that business. So when I went there, I was really drunk. Oh my God. And I remember I pissed on my pants. Yeah, I pissed on my pants. And I never thought that it could be me this time round. That how come from being a wine shop lady and being a messenger and all the way to being an alcohol brat, or what can I say? I mean, a loser, you know? So, man, I really feel sorry for myself. So it went like this. When I stepped into that workplace, the business lady was sitting right there at her desk, Yeah. So I walked in and I was like chaotic. There were kids right there. I scared the kids the fuck out of them. They ran into the kitchen because they really feared my energy at that time. Like, it was no joke. I was not smiling at that time. And I'm normally friendly to kids while I interact with them. And they were wondering, oh, auntie, what's up? And I was like, yo, I don't even know what I told them because I was really drunk and my memory when I woke up, wait. So after scaring the kids away and they went to the kitchen, I then stepped and went ahead and talking to the madam. And man, do you know what I told her? I told her, motherfucker. Yes, I told her, motherfucker. Yeah. Then I walked out. I went where the chips were being cooked, where there was the jiko there. She was cooking, that mama there. She was cooking chips and potatoes. So I don't know what she told me. Then I walked to the next table where the other woman was peeling the potatoes and washing them so that she can give the other one to cook. So I went there, and there are like two plates. I took them and I threw them to the floor, and I was really angry. I didn't want to hear what they were going to say. I even scared the other woman who was cooking the potatoes, the mama. I told her, like, get away from me. She told me. So the next morning, so I walked out. Let me explain this to details so that you can get get what I went through because of alcohol. And it's not a good thing, it's really a bad thing. Alcohol, no. Man, so after doing that, after throwing the plates down the floor, I walked out. I took my bike and I recklessly drove until I reached to the gate where I stay, okay? So while I was there, I locked the bike. After locking it, I lost my keys. After looking my keys, all of a sudden, while I was there giving some FU signs there, and I'm staggering, and my pants are pissed as hell. I stayed with the pants for almost 30 minutes, and I didn't care about how people would view me or how people. Man, I unraveled myself. And the worst thing is, the moment I was unraveling myself, like, I was in a bad condition. Man, no one came to save me. It was my brother only. And my brother was really so pissed off. So when he came there, he was asking me, where are the keys? So that I can open the bike and pack it inside. And I kept on telling him, these are the keys. And the keys that I was holding were the keys for the gate just to get in, but they were not the keys for the bike. So he was really stressed. The funny thing is, so he went around the house. Behind the house where there is a path, I had thrown the kids right there before even I came this side. So it was something just funny, because the moment I parked the bike, I went around the house. I was drunk, so I was making sure, like, the security is okay, like the lights are working. And so the moment I was walking, I didn't know my keys were hanging on this pocket, because I was putting on jeans. My keys were on the back pocket, so they fell. I didn't hear about that. So when my brother was going through, he found the keys down there, and he was like, "Really? You had thrown the keys? You had kept the keys? You had dropped the keys down there? Sorry, yeah." I was like, how, where did you get them from? He told me, get inside. And the moment, and before even telling me this time to go inside, the funny thing is, the moment he told me to go inside, I went inside, and I still came back just to watch whether people are still there or not. And for me, getting alcohol, it really messes up with your, vision. They say it gives you impaired vision. It's true from experience. Men, do you know what? While I was giving some FU signs, while I was standing at the road, and from my side, I was seeing two people, my brother, and only a woman standing on my left side. That's what I remember. But the funny thing, when I went to sleep, my brother left me there, made sure I went inside my room, okay, and I was walking really staggering. When I walked in, nini I didn't change my clothes into sleeping clothes. I just went directly that into my bed. No other agenda. After 20 seconds, I was already dead asleep. I was really high on alcohol, let me tell you. And now, to sit down in the morning when it reached 5 a.m. It clicked into my head and I was like, what? Yesterday at 3 p.m. I just decided to go and take a sip. And that sip, I don't know, I mean, how did alcohol, how did I get so addicted to alcohol that I can't resist? But I was like, no. Imagine the next morning when it reached, that morning after that, when it reached 6 a.m., my brother came because he stays a bit far from my place. So when he came, he told me, hi, good morning, can we talk about yesterday? And I was like, okay, sure, let us talk about it, because I was ready to talk about it. Because from my thinking, I was like, yeah, I think I messed up yesterday. Because I remember apart telling my brother, sorry, sorry, sorry. And I was really super drunk. So that morning, we went to his place and we started talking. He explained to me everything about how I unraveled myself so bad, how I was so high that my logic part was like nowhere to be found. I was just super, super drunk and I messed up my pants and I talked and politely to his boss at his workplace, you see. And I was really, and I was like, what the hell? I am the one who brought chaos to that place. And I was like really sad. For a moment, I told him, let me take a minute. I cried because I really felt sorry for myself, for leaving myself, mm, mm, for acting like that, because I can really do better. And while we were talking, my brother told me that, in the human brain, we normally have neurons. And the moment you start giving your brain high, like from taking marijuana or drinking alcohol, I know many people love marijuana, love smoking. That's okay. You have choices, but they have consequences. So when you take the alcohol, it gives you highs. It gives you a high. When it gives you a high, it fires into your neuron. Every time you take it and bring chaos to a place where you are high and drunk, it fires neurons. And I was so scared for myself because I was like, from one sip to a second sip to a third sip. But he told me, don't be worried because it has been 2 years down the line. You see? And I was like, really, I'm really struggling to this. I don't want to mature and be a woman of good character, and yet I'm addicted to alcohol. No, I wouldn't want that. And I sat down like this and was like, really, really, you can really do better. Man, for a moment, I really felt bad about how I acted. Man, I was like, even if, I was like, if anyone could have recorded the acts that I did yesterday night while I was super hella drunk and I didn't know what I was doing,